Hi hustlers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl here, Mama D, and once again I want to say thank you so much for all the people who liked the video, for the people who commented on the video. I really appreciate all of the support so far. So today I'm coming to you guys with a brand new series which I'm typing After Church Tea, hashtag ACT. And the reason we're starting this new series is because of, for most people, after church on a Sunday, most people will go out for tea, or they'll go out for lunch, or go out for dinner and everything like that. So, you know what we're doing? We're going to be having after church tea. And this is basically where we catch up on all of the trending stories that have been trending around the world in the world of pop culture, European pop culture, American pop culture, but also as well Nigerian pop culture. Now, I don't know if many of you guys might know this, but I'm actually a full-time student and I'm currently in my final year of sports science. And as a result of this, I love keeping up to date with pop culture and trending topics and stuff like that. And I have a lot of views and I have a lot of opinion on it. But in between being a full-time student, juggling work and a lot of my other commitments, it's kind of hard for me to be able to put out videos as things are happening. So I was like, I have to think outside the box here. So basically every Sunday we're gonna tune in and then we're gonna have a catch up on all of the trending topics. So sit down, gather all your friends together, gather your snacks, gather your cheese puffs, gather your wine gums, gather your juice, and let's get right into this video. Anyway guys, really hope that you guys will enjoy this video. Please do feel free to like, share and subscribe, and let us begin typing After Church Tea, hashtag ACT. And the reason we're starting this new series is because of, for most people, after church on a Sunday, most people will go out for tea, or they'll go out for lunch, or go out for dinner and everything like that. So, you know what we're doing? We're going to be having after church tea. And this is basically where we catch up on all of the trending stories that have been trending around the world in the world of pop culture, European pop culture, American pop culture, but also as well Nigerian pop culture. Now, I don't know if many of you guys might know this, but I'm actually a full-time student and I'm currently in my final year of sports science. And as a result of this, I love keeping up to date with pop culture and trending topics and stuff like that. And I have a lot of views and I have a lot of opinion on it. But in between being a full-time student, juggling work and a lot of my other commitments, it's kind of hard for me to be able to put out videos as things are happening. So I was like, I have to think outside the box here. So basically every Sunday we're gonna tune in and then we're gonna have a catch up on all of the trending topics. So sit down, gather all your friends together, gather your snacks, gather your cheese puffs, gather your wine gums, gather your juice, and let's get right into this video. Anyway guys, really hope that you guys will enjoy this video. Please do feel free to like, share and subscribe, and let us
blow it up all night, and there is something on your mind. What's on your mind, baby? My oh my, and there is something deep inside, and you can't hide. I know you're tempted to drop it low.
We're gonna start first of all with everything that has happened in the Nigerian world. If I keep on looking towards this direction here, that's because my laptop is there and that's why I have all of the topics written down on it. And the reason I'm starting with Nigeria is because of Nigeria, no, they carry last. Ever does Nigeria carry last. And as a proud Nigerian girl, proud Nigerian woman, gotta put my country first, people. I gotta put my country first, okay? Now, if I'm looking a little bit different than what I look like in my last two videos, okay, I'm sorry, but it's not every day we have to be wearing makeup and everything like that. Sometimes all we need is just Lord blessing us with our natural skin and letting the world see our natural beauty and our natural skin. So anyway, I think I've rambled on enough. Let me just get ready. Nigerian government and its treatment of people within the community. I'm just gonna insert quick clips here just so you guys can see what the Nigerian government has actually been giving out to communities of people over the last week and expecting them to use this to take care of themselves for 2 weeks. As we're all aware, right now everybody in Nigeria is more or less in a state of quarantine and self-isolation and staying at home. A lot of banks aren't open, a lot of shops aren't opening or anything like that, just to stop the spread of the coronavirus. Now, as a result of this, in Nigeria, the government decided to give out foodstuff to people. A lot of people were actually excited, thinking like, yes, the government is doing a lot to help the community and everything, like, which I think was absolutely fantastic until I saw what they were giving people. What they gave these people is not even enough to feed a family for 2 weeks, talk of an entire community. A community will be, you know, those housing estates that we would have up around, like, you know, the housing estates that we would have and stuff like that in areas of London and certain areas of Dublin. Yeah, just try, and my Irish viewers, just try and imagine it, and imagine that was what the government actually gave you guys for you guys to use and feed for a 2-week period, and tell me what your reaction will be. Just put it down in the description box. Now, the next one we're gonna have is Funke Akindele, Auntie Jennifer, and one CEO was arrested. Why? All of the presidents, governors, House of Representatives, senators, all of them have been eating our money, corruption and everything. You guys have still not been able to find out about that. You guys have not gone to go and arrest them. But because Funke held a party in her estate with people that she was quarantining in, you bad belly people, you people who your blood is boiling you because you are seeing somebody having a good time, somebody who is prosperous, actually works hard for their money, want to go and arrest her. And then on top of that, as you are arresting her, you were not even observing social distancing because you were putting all these people together as you were casting them away. Hold on, are these people sheep or are they human beings? Because I thought social distancing meant you were meant to be at least 2 meters away from people. So how come they're all there on the same wave? Like, why are you just jumping them in together? And I'm sorry, but out of all the things that Nigeria could have been focusing his energy on, arresting somebody who was having a party in their house with people that were quarantining with, do better. Respect yourself, sort out your issues, and do better. This auntie just keeps on giving. Honestly, nobody ever asks her. Nobody ever asks her anything. Nobody ever asks her. She just keeps on giving. Tell me why. So you made money in your account and little money entered your account, and because of the little money entered your account, to poverty during this epidemic. Just know, baby girl, your relevance is based on these people that you're poverty shaming. Because if they're not reading if they're not watching your show, if they're not reading what you're posting up on your socials, if they're not supporting you, if they're not buying all the products that you're marketing and whatnot, you're irrelevant. You are irrelevant. So as I say, do not bite the hand that feeds you. Be humble. And don't worry, everything I said, you will see the way they finished her from beginning to end. It was literally like they raised her up and brought her down. Literally, it's the reverse of what happened to Jesus. Jesus was buried and then he rose from the dead. Oh, by the way, guys, happy Easter. But literally, this girl she was the reverse. They raised her up and brought her down. That was literally what happened to her. Now, the next one we have to talk about a very, very serious thing. And what we need to talk about is Africans who are currently in China and the manner in which they are being treated. Now, in terms of the Africans who are in China, the way they're being treated. So China has been in a state of lockdown for a long while actually. And now that the lockdown has ended, it hasn't ended officially, but they're kind of like emerging from the lockdown. A lot of Africans have actually been displaced from their homes and have actually been thrown out onto the streets. And I feel like in the news now, it's very important for us to keep up to date with things that are happening to our brothers in other parts of the world and sending them our love, sending them our prayers, and just generally keeping them in our thoughts during this period. Because a lot of us, well, we are actually very lucky that we live in a place that's very tolerant of different cultures, of different people, of different skin tones, and to a large extent, and we wouldn't really need to worry about those type of situations occurring here because we have a lot of support systems. I have a lot of organizations who are not afraid to speak out and rise up and basically stand up for us to a large extent. However, in certain countries, we're aware that the freedom of free speech isn't always respected. So in situations like this, it's very, very important that we do keep those people in our prayers. So guys, that is the roundup of the Nigerian / African gossip and things that are going on around the world and it's happened during the week. It's time for us to move on to the European one. Hold on, just a quick break. First we have is Diamond and Carlton. Diamond and Carlton. Do you know what Carlton reminds me of? Yeah, Carlton literally reminds me of that spot or that zit that never goes away. That zit that is always there. It never goes away. No matter what treatment you put on it, whether you put toothpaste, whether you put azelaic acid, whether you put hyaluronic acid, whether you exfoliate it, whether you cleanse it, whether you tone it, whether you put concealer on it, whether you put color corrector on it, whether you put foundation on it, whatever you put on it, it never goes away. It's just permanently there. It just permanently seeps through. It just shows itself. That's what you work out. It reminds me of. Like, let me explain the story to you. Yeah, so Oga Carlton, our Carlton, yeah. So Diamond did a video with a lot of the girls from the Love is Blind. The current Love is Blind cast that we're currently seeing are the ones that were their stories were fully shown on the whole series, but there were a lot of other people who were involved in it, and she did a don't rush video with them. Then my guy Carlton, out of nowhere, decides that he wants to go and write proclamation letter. Who asked you? Who asked you? Who is asking you? Who asked you? Seriously, you sat down, you took out your phone, and you fully typed an entire paragraph telling a girl who you completely disrespected and insulted over 2 years ago, telling her about, oh, can someone please tell her to unblock me? I love her so much and everything. Hold on, where was this same energy when you guys ended filming? This whole thing was from almost 2 years ago. Girl has completely moved on. Even in the reunion, she completely told me, asked her for a date, did your whole nonsense fake engagement, kneeling down on one knee apology that was completely unnecessary, if I do say so myself. Girl has fully moved on from you, and you will not let the girl move on. Why? Like who is asking you? And the way this girl shut him down. Sometimes you don't even need to say anything. Just write a song. She was literally like, tell him bye. Because Katy, she told you bye a long time ago. Number one, you're bisexual. Number two, you did not tell me that you were bisexual. You don't want to go and ask me to marry you. I agreed to marry you. That when you tell me that you're bisexual and I'm trying to process the whole situation, you turn on me, you insult me, you call me the B word, and on top of that, you tell me that my wig is slipping backwards. Do I have mumu written across my forehead? Do I actually have MUMU? To be honest, at this point, it's only deliverance you need. Now, deliverance is deliverance you need. That's all you need. That is all you need. Second thing we have is, so not sure if you guys know Luke M, but Luke M is basically one of the finalists from Love Island of 2020, the winter series, and what he's like to do for the images, I think is absolutely amazing and really shows as an aspect of his character and how state of an individual he is. So what he has decided is that he's currently quarantining with his brother and his family during this period. So what he decided to do is that his accommodation that he typically would not use, he has opened it up to NHS workers and said that if they need a place to stay during this pandemic, especially after the long shifts and everything, he will cover the rent, he will cover electricity, he will cover heating, he will basically cover all the bills, and they should just message him. And I think that's an amazing way for us to help support the helpline workers who are on the front line. And another thing we have is, in terms of the keeping with Love Island and everything, we have Chris Hughes from Love Island. Now, he was relevant a couple of seasons back. His Love Island season was a couple of seasons back. I think it might have been probably season 3 or season 4. I'm not too sure about it, but he was dating Little Mix's Jesse Nelson, and this guy was doing the most, talking about how he wants to marry her, he wants to he's in love with her and everything, which I think is super cute. The one I don't understand is that Corona is going to be blamed for everything. Corona is being blamed for things that happened even before Corona occurred. From all indications and from all research, these people have been broken up a couple of weeks back. But you'll be saying Corona is the reason during this quarantine period you guys are isolating, and then you are not saying that you're breaking up because of the isolation. Speak the truth. Speak the truth. Use your mouth, and this month that God blessed us, use it to proclaim the truth. It's obvious you all broke up beforehand. There's nothing wrong with that. All I'm saying is that please stop blaming my Auntie Rona, my Auntie Koro, for situations that she has not even had a hand in. Stop it. Stop. The next one we have is in terms of Adele. So earlier on in the week, what was trending a lot of the times, and this brought out two camps of people, was the Adele situation and her breakup with her husband and her divorce. And apparently rumors were circulating that she ended up giving him £140 million in their divorce settlement. Now Adele, from a lot of accounts, has around the figure of £190 million in net worth. And when this news broke and people were saying 140 million for the husband, I won't lie, I was actually like, for what? You're not writing the song, you're not playing this show, you're gonna collect 140 million. As what? And this is why I say, guys, it's very important that we do research. Read. And that way, we don't end up spouting opinions that make us look uneducated and make us look very, very stupid. Because if a lot of people are taking the time out to read, they would have known that her divorce was worth 140 million, but she not given 140 million because she petitioned the judge to keep her divorce details private, and my guy granted it. So all we know, he could have gotten 1 million, £5, £10, 200,000. Nobody knows the exact figure. So please, can we just stop circulating false news? And onto that point as well, I now saw a lot of nonsensical mandems opening their mouth and coming for feminism and being like, oh, go king, and you're now 140 million, yes, one for the boys and one for the boys, and then bringing up Jeff Bezos and Tiger Woods as comparison. How? Jeff Bezos, Tiger Woods both cheated on their life partners. Hold on. In Jeff Bezos' case, I'm going to learn about how this point makes sense. In Jeff Bezos' case, this guy cheated on his wife, the mother of his children. This is a woman who stuck with him when he had absolutely nothing. Like, when I mean he had nothing, I mean this guy was a church rat. In fact, even church rat is even better than him when he started out. And this woman was Amazon's first employee. So, I'm with you, you have nothing. I'm with you, and I build with you. You now go and cheat on me, and you think I'm going to walk out empty-handed in a divorce? I'm going to source a highland or baggy. In fact, it's not even badness that is shocking you. Also stupidity as well. That is it. Tiger Woods' case, my guy was cheating on his wife up and down. Was a complete sex addict. You know, nothing wrong with addiction. I'm not shaming anybody for being an addict or whatnot. But at the same time, we need to call a spade a spade. Hold on. Cheated on his wife and whatnot. The woman is right to get some money in the divorce. She's right. She was with him. She helped him build and whatnot. So I don't understand why people are now trying to compare that to the adult situation, because they are two completely different situations. And frankly, I am sick and tired of individuals and of people coming from feminists all the time and basically trying to paint us as people who hate men or who bash men. No, we're not. All we're saying is that we just want equality for women. We want women's voices to be heard. We want women to have a seat at the table and for their voices to be heard and for it to be listened to. We want equal pay for women. We want education for young girls. We want to close the pay gap. Those are just some of the things that feminists want. We're not saying that we hate men. We're not men haters. Okay, like we're not men haters. People need to stop using whatever situation they see and trying to bring down the actual essence of what being a feminist is. Now, next thing we're going to talk is Jeannie Mai. Jeannie Mai, actually, you know what? I'll leave that to the end because that is actually good news. So this next, we're going to end it on a good news. By the way, guys, I say my skin is glowing in this light. Oh, what? You know what? This is going to be a look more often. It's going to be a look more often. Not every day full face of makeup, lashes, everything. Sometimes we just gotta go natural. Yeah. Okay, I'm tired of feeling myself. I felt myself enough. Let me go back to my work. So, next thing also as well is Mike from Love Island. When I told these Love Island people, yeah, both those from the old both those from the new, they are quite literally, yeah, the gift that keeps on giving. I swear it's always Christmas time with these people because they always have news for us. They always have something for us to report on. And we as the Association of Afternoon Church the linkers, do you hear what I said? The linkers are going to report on it. We will report on it judiciously for that matter. So Mike is actually being reviewed by the police board due to some complaints that were made about him. Now I find this a double standard actually, because many people, because of during his time in the force and everything like that, there were a lot of comments that were made about him which should have warranted an investigation, and it did not. But this one now, you guys are doing investigation for what? For what exactly? I just thought that this just shows the way that institutional racism is still prevalent in the society, and that's something that we need to address on a whole complete level. And the amount of hate that he's getting in this, we're Team Black Love, we are Team Africans, we're Team Black people. So Mike, sending you all our love, sending you all our support here. We're standing for you and we're standing with you. Now, Lani. Is it Lonnie or Lani? Whichever one. I think it's even Lonnie at this point. Lonnie, guys, I'm going to drink water because my throat is dry and yeah, so excuse me. Nourishment. So Lonnie, Auntie Lonnie decided to do a YouTube video about her friend who died from getting a BBL in Turkey. Now, I'm kind of on the fence about this, and the reason why I'm on the fence about it is that I understand what she was trying to do and trying to educate people about the dangers that can come out as a result of plastic surgery and the downsides to it, because I feel a lot of the times we only see the glamorized version of it, but we don't see the actual full details of it and the adverse effect it can have on someone. So shout out to Miss R Fabulous. That video she put out where she talks about her BBL and she was so real and so honest about it. I stand her and I actually respect her so much for that. But back to Lonnie. So Lonnie put out a video which I thought was very nice of her, but as I started watching more of the video, and I now realized that she and the girl were no longer even friends when this death occurred. And the girl's family, the deceased family, her sister actually reached out to Lonnie and asked her to take down the video because of obviously the family is still grieving and still mourning and everything. And Lonnie's reaction was less than acceptable in some ways because she got very, very defensive. Now, there's one thing I believe is that we shouldn't speak ill of the dead and let the dead rest in peace. So I feel that on one hand, I understand her wanting to educate somebody. However, I felt like she could have handled the situation a lot better considering the fact that her relationship with the girl wasn't what it was before. So their relationship actually come to an end, and they weren't such good friends when all of this happened. So even her commenting on the situation was a bit iffy and dicey. So it's kind of one where, like, I don't fully think she should be slammed for it, because I understand where she's coming from, wanting to educate people. But on the other hand, I think that she could have handled the situation with the girl's family a lot better and had a lot more empathy towards them. So on that one, I'm a bit 50-50. And then to round things up, Jimmy, my Auntie Jimmy from The Real is married. No, she's not married. Well, she's going to be married, but my sister is engaged. She found her SBK, and we call that Strong Black King. In fact, we're going to change it. We're going to call it Strong Black Sexy King, our SBSK. She found him. She found her Strong Black King. I am so excited for this. Like, I am literally registering attendance for the wedding. I want a Shebi and everything like that, because as many of you know, she went through a super painful divorce with her ex-husband, and with everything happening, ended up cheating on her actually while they were together in their marriage, and he hasn't had the nicest things to say about her. And I just met actually called Freddie, and even his current, I think, fiance, wife, baby mama, whatever, hasn't had the nicest things to say about Ginny as well. So I'm glad that finally she got her own happy ending. And yes, and I know there will be haters out there who will be there chatting, who will be there talking and crying, and they're receiving a lot of hate. But we know what we say to those people who hate, keep on hating. But what is your bank account saying? What is your bank account saying? So keep on hitting for free. That's all we have to say. Anyway, guys, that is just literally a quick rundown of this week's afternoon church tea. Really hope you guys liked the video. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, everything like that. Put your views down in the description box. And I'll catch you all in my next video. Stay hustling, guys. Bye.
Over me, place your talent. Over me, showcase your talent. Up on me, girl, this your talent. Over me, girl. Over me, place your talent. Over me, showcase your talent. Up on me, girl, this your talent. Over me, girl. It's all I need. Even T-shirt to all on me. What about Keisha? What about Nita? Even think me